hello. Welcome back to the 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge. I am your host, Evodi Bashangi, certified speaker, trainer, and empowerment coach. So today is episode 18 of the 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge, and like I always say, I am super excited to be here. As you guys are coming in, please let me know that you're here. I want to know who's watching so I can say hey, and so that this can be really interactive. Today, I'm just going to talk about a little bit of my growth journey, because this 21 days has brought in a lot. It has brought up a lot of things in me, and a lot of transformation, and a lot of things have happened in my life. Hello, Frank. Hello. As you guys are coming in, let me know that you're here. Hello, Dr. Tabitha. Hello. Let me know you guys are here so that I can give you guys a shout out. And if you're watching the replay, put replay down below. But I'm going to talk a little bit about my growth journey. Not so much in the business side of things, not so much but more of me spiritually, how things have been going on, how this 21 days of authenticity has really impacted my life. So at first, when I started this, I was thinking, no, I'm just going to come on live every single day and I'm going to be real. We all like to say, I'm real. I only mess with real people. We all like to use the word, oh, they're fake, she's fake, they're fake. You like to throw that word around. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this 21 days of authenticity and prove how real I am, because I am so real. I'm authentic and whatever it is. So I'm like, okay. As I go on, I start to realize that this is the reason why I haven't been able to be consistent for 21 days. I start to panic after like 3 days, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what if people think that this, or what if I'm this, or what if this happens, what if this, I have all of these thoughts that are coming in my head, and that's why I'm not coming on live, because I'm like, even in my own personal life, I'll be like, oh, I had a fight with this person, and if she watches, what if she comments, and she comments something negative, and it has been this journey of really learning that I am enough. That really is what this 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge has taught me and has been bringing me through, is I am enough, and learning to accept myself, my whole self, my 100% self, meaning the good and the bad, not just the things I like. I like my body, I like my hair, I speak well, all these great qualities. Just because that you like your great qualities doesn't mean that you love yourself, and that's what I was thinking. I thought, I love myself, I'm cutting off all the people that, aren't, they're not aligned with my life, and I'm dressing up and I'm doing this and doing that, making the moves that I need to do. I love myself, but it wasn't until I messed up. It wasn't until I got scared, and it wasn't until I didn't meet some expectation. It wasn't until I saw someone prettier than I was. It wasn't until I saw somebody that had the funds and everything to make themselves go forward. It wasn't until I saw that I'm lacking this skill, or I'm lacking this, or because I was raised in this kind of family, or because of this, I lacked this skill. It wasn't until that happened that the real test of, okay, do I really love myself started. Now do you love yourself? You are so stubborn, and you cause this. Do you still love yourself? Do you still, and getting every time remembering that I am enough, remembering who I am. Why am I enough? I'm enough because I know who's inside me. This 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge is to get to know me better. It's to become reacquainted with my authentic self. And what is my authentic self other than the spirit in me, the spirit of God, right? This 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge, becoming your most authentic self, is connecting to the Spirit of God. It's connecting to your higher self. It's connecting to your divine. That's really what it is. Because all of the different things that are in our lives that are kind of like, let's say, frustrating, or you don't feel like they're aligned, all of those, every single one of those are placed there to bring you back to the truth of who you are. Some people, they end their lives without remembering who they are. Therefore, they don't accomplish the different dreams and the different goals that they were put here to accomplish. But then there's others that do the work of peeling off the layers, of showing up as you all the time. What does it look like to be your authentic self? Go on your own intuition. Go on your own feelings. That's what it means to to walk an authentic journey is to follow your intuition. Because what is your intuition? Your intuition is your God self. It's the spirit of God. I'm trying to make it so that everyone can understand, because people have different words nowadays. Everyone wants to be politically correct. There's a lot of ways of saying it, but all being authentic it's really connecting to that intuition and that spirit of God inside of you and walking according to that. I had a big problem walking according to the spirit of God. You know why? It's because I had this belief that if I follow what God wants me to do, he's going to make me broke. I'm going to have to cover my head. I'm going to have to be a martyr for the name of the Lord. And to tell you the truth, I didn't want that. So it was hard for me. It was really hard for me to go forward because I'm sorry, I don't want that. So I'm sorry, I have to almost go out on my own because God, you don't want the same things that I want. But I've come to this understanding that I'm no, I've been taking other people's expectations, other people's rules, other people's way of writing, of writing history. I've been taking that and applying it to my life and to my relationship with my God and with myself. And that's why it wasn't working. That's why there was so much frustration in my life. It's because I was living off of someone else's rule book. We're all put here and we all have our own. For example, there's a video that I actually just uploaded on YouTube. It's called The Cards That I Was Dealt With. You have your cards that you're dealt with. Don't play someone else's hand. You can't play someone else's hand because it's not your hand to play. It's not yours. You have your your hand of cards. They have their hand of cards. Deal with yours. The ones you're dealt with is the one you're dealt with. But oh my goodness, I kind of got lost. Let me read this comment. Amen. Thanks for positive self-esteem message. Oh, no problem. Hello, Jonas. Hello. Friendo. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I'm sorry. It's kind of hard for me to read the comments as I'm talking because So as I see them, I'll try and read them. So, but yeah, that's a little bit of what I have learned on this journey. That's a little bit of what I've been going through on my growth journey. Growth journey as in what? You'll say, what do you mean growth journey? I don't understand what you mean. Growth journey as in, I want new things in my life. I want to go to higher places when it comes to my relationship with God, when it comes to my relationship with my children, when it comes to my relationship with my friends and family, when it comes to my career, when it comes to my finances. I want something new. I want to experience, and when I say new, it's not just new physically, but I want emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I want to grow and experience new things in my life, and that's what I mean by this growth journey and what I've been experiencing, and the revelation, the epiphany I've had of knowing that I am enough, that the one who is in me, I finally get when they say the one who is in me is greater than the one who is in the world. Oh man. So something happened earlier. I was walking down the street and something happened and I was about to panic. And then I was like, wait, do you forget who you're walking with? Do you forget that the Most High is walking with you when he got you? Why are you tripping for, And I had to sorry, let me just drink some water. I was planning on, I was about to eat cake, that's why there's cake here. So just remembering who you are, who you're working with, who you're walking with, what you have the ability to accomplish. That's everything. That's at least for me. That's definitely just something that I have gone through personally. I'm looking down because I have some notes here. Another point I wanted to bring up is when it comes to walking a journey of becoming your most authentic self, you have got to learn to embrace the good and the bad. Not just the bad that you have now, but the bad that's happened in the past. So you have some sort of reputation or some sort of experience that's happened, or there's something that you keep holding on to about your past. And right now, there's a thought that comes to your head. Most likely that's the thought that is what it is. There's something coming to your head. What is it about yourself that you will not allow yourself to accept? You're using that as an excuse for why you won't go forward. because of this, and you're using it as mental chatter. You're holding on to it. You've got to accept it. And the way to accept it, I'm not just going to tell you to accept that, but the way to accept that, or something that has helped me accept my past, as difficult as it's been, is knowing that that past, all of that had to happen. It had to happen to bring me to where I am today. And I like where I am today. And even if you don't like where you are today right now, you still got to know that you're exactly where you need to be. You have not made no mistake. God does not make no mistakes. The universe doesn't make mistakes. If you look at all of the way, I love trees. I absolutely love trees because they are really a good example of humans. You know, I like to say, if I really want to freak the people around me out, I'll say, oh, don't trees make you think of humans, you know, and they'll be like, there goes Evodi again on her, you know, Zen mode, you know, she's going out there with her high concepts. But I feel like that because when you look at the trees, that's why I love going for walks. I'm looking at the different trees and I'm passing by them. There's some that are tall, some that are short, some that are really thick trunks. I'm almost scared of them. Some that are really, really, really thin. Some that have flowers on them. Some that have beehives on them. Some that give home to birds and stuff. All of these different trees. Some that are broken down. Some that are like crisscrossed. They've been there for a while. And all of these different things. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, oh my gosh. Look at how beautiful. We think it might be dysfunctional. We may think that there's no order. We think because us as human beings, we gotta cut this tree down and make sure this tree doesn't go there. But it's like, it's perfect. Every single tree is perfect. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm a tree lover, you know. Every tree is perfect, and it's the same thing with every human being. Every single one of you are perfect. Everything that you've gone through, if no two human beings have ever gone through the same experience, and some have made it, some haven't, then you got to know it's in your hands. You got to know it's really up to you to decide how to go forward if you're going to sit there and not accept you, and that's something you're doing on your own because God's not judging you. God's not there saying, oh, you've done this. No, it was, I just dropped my spoon. It's always been a part of God's plan. So just coming back to remembering who you are, peeling off the layers of the things that don't serve you, learning to accept yourself, accept your whole self, so the good and the bad, and just being aware of it. As long as you're, for example, something that helped me, something I did recently. On my birthday, I went and I bought a tiara. And I bought the tiara and I felt so amazing. It looked so good with my curly hair. It was wonderful. So I put it on, and because it was my birthday, I felt great. I felt like I had a reason to wear it, and I'm walking down the street, you know, I saw someone come to run and open the door for me, and I was like, oh my goodness, the royal treatment because I'm wearing a tiara. I was even in the store, somebody came up to me and was like, I've never seen a real life princess before, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, like I felt great. So the next day, I decided to do it again. I'm like, that felt so great. I want to see if I can maintain this feeling of, you know, being enough and being worthy. I want to see if I can maintain that feeling because of that tiara placebo effect. So I put it on. The second day was great, whatever. The third day, I put that tiara on and I was fighting with myself to leave the house. I couldn't leave the house because I'm like, as grown as I am, what am I doing wearing a tiara? What are people gonna think of me wearing a tiara? You know, and then I have to tell myself, what are you talking about? This is about what you want. What do you care about if somebody wants to wear snake shoes, they're gonna wear snake shoes. Why can't you wear a tiara? And I was like, no, I'll still wear it. But I'm like, no, but I'm going to a professional place. And they're gonna, and then, you know, going back and forth until I literally took the tiara and put it down. And when I made a decision to myself a couple days before that I'm gonna go 7 days wearing this tiara, and I couldn't even finish it. On the third day, I stopped. My fears and my feeling of not being enough and not being worthy, I forgot who I was. I forgot who I'm a part of. And that's basically what happened. That's why I couldn't wear what I rightfully deserve. You know, and that's crazy. It's crazy that I stopped myself from feeling worthy, from doing something that I felt I wanted to do because of something outside of myself. And having that awareness, I was like, thank you, God, because now I know, and what you can account for, you can control. So now that I know about it, I can work on it. But that's a little bit of a summary. That's not even a little bit of a summary, because there's so much more that I have learned and I've gone through when it comes to growing, when it comes to expanding my mind, my heart, my soul, everything, so that I can attain everything that it is that I want. So there's so much more to that, but this is just a tiny little bit, a little speck that I'm going to share that I'm sharing with you, just so that as you're seeing me come on here and think, oh, there's that girl going live again, what is she trying to talk about? That maybe you can ask yourself just this one question: what does authenticity mean to you? If you don't know the definition of the word, then you can now actually search up the definition and then now go see what your definition is. Because I'm telling you, in becoming more authentic, that's how you live your best life now. I'm Evodi Bashangi. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was so much fun, even though I didn't get too many comments, but that's perfectly okay. All is well that ends well. And thank you so much for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Until next time. Bye-bye.